G'day guys, and welcome to Fishing Fin-addicts. Just putting together a quick video about the upcoming bass season, the lures I'll be using, how I like to use them, and we'll get on with it and I'll show you what I'm doing. Rightio, so here we go. This is pretty much my go-to box. I'm going out in the kayak or heading out walking along the river bank or a creek bank. This is the box I'll grab on my way out the door. So we start off with a couple of micro pompadours. Everyone's saying them, but these are one of my go-to lures. I've caught a lot of surface bass on these. Midday, after dark, early morning, just doesn't seem to matter. Fish seem to love these things, so always got a couple of them in the box. I've also got a cheapo little cicada there, little Savage Gear or something like that. Something I can throw at the snags and I don't care if I lose it. What else? I've got a little, which ones? I think they're a chase bait, little tadpole looking thing. I had a lot of trouble hooking up the fish with the original hook setup in it, so I've ditched that and just gone for a normal style jig head, and hookup rate went through the roof. So well worth having to play with, but yeah, the original hooks I found missed a lot of fish. So that's one of the go-tos. Also, little Timco cicada, little soft shell. These things are fantastic. I wouldn't throw them in any brimmy sort of water. The brim tend to eat them to pieces really quickly. But up in the fresh, the cicadas are thick. These things are an absolute gun. And for their weight, they cast pretty well. Only sort of been into these recently. I'd seen too many damage by brim and other things, so I sort of stayed away from them. But having now got one myself and thrown it a few times, quite happy to have it in the box. As well here, if I can get it out, we've got the little fish candy jelly cicada, little green one, great little action, nice casting weight, and I've caught quite a few fish on these. Then we move into some other stuff here we've got here. Let's pull these out. So in there's just a little Knowles native, little plastic one. Great little Aussie lures, have been for many years. Then here we've got a Twitch Carter. Fantastic Aussie made, handmade lures here on the mid-north coast. Anyone that's looking for something like that, get hold of Pete and see what he's got for you. He's a fantastic guy, great to work with, and the lures speak for themselves. Like, bass are really going to go nuts on that sort of thing. Another one in the box is the Surge Prono. Again, another Aussie made lure, made in New South Wales, down near Central Coast I believe, and they just work. They're a great little prawn imitation. I've got about a dozen of these for saltwater use that look like little yabbies and stuff on the sand flats, and rate them really well. Great for casting in the wind. Everything eats prawns, so have a look at them, check out the range. Got heaps of different stuff. Really well made Aussie gear. And then we have a little majestic green majestic twerk. I think the colour's called Midori, possibly. Got onto these things about a year or two ago. The price is fantastic, durability's unbelievable, and I personally have seen them outfish just about every other sort of plastic in the last couple of years, throwing them at bass and bream in the upper stretches, things like that, jewfish. They just work. They're fantastic things. Next up here, just a little squidgy wriggler, or I can't remember the name of them, little squidgy bug looking thing with a curl tail, little beetle spin attached to the front on a weedless hook, and this works unbelievably well. Get it right up in all the tight little snags and work it out nice and slow, plenty of vibration from the little beetle spin there, and just works and just keeps working. Also in here is just a selection of little weedless hooks and some little jig heads ranging from about 1/20th up to 1/8 for little, when it gets hard, and throw some little plastics and stuff like that at them. Then we also have here a couple of sharp point jig heads, little blades attached. Been using these things for about 12 months now, and they're fantastic. The bass just love them. So that's one of the styles. I also have another one rigged up here, jerry rigged, with a couple of little assist hooks that hang off the back down near the tail for when they've been a little bit tail tappy, and another different type of blade on it. These things just work fantastically. I can't say enough about them. So have a look at those. He's on Facebook, Sharp Point, and they're a fantastic little thing. And we've just got another little beetle imitation, little diver. Use it now and then, and I've caught fish on it, especially around the Christmas beetle time of year, and it deserves a place in the box as well. Also, I've got a little spinnerbait here. Not hugely into spinnerbaits right up in the fresh. I prefer them more down in the salt in the winter. But little booyah spinnerbait there, and caught plenty of fish on that. It's a fantastic little lure. Okay, so next up, Rapala Fat Wrap. This is a really old lure. I've had this thing for years, and I've caught a lot of fish on it. It doesn't seem to catch many little ones, but when I'm looking for quality size fish, this is one of the lures that I throw. This is a really gun lure. I said I've been fishing this thing for probably 15 years, and I absolutely love it, and it stays in my box all the time. So, well worth getting hold of a couple. Then, classic stump jumper. Love these things, and they come back to you. So, always worth having a couple of them when you're chasing native species of any sort. They've been unchanged for many years for a reason, because they work. Then I've also got just a cheap little jerk bait. I find the metallic orange and red works really well for bass. I've caught plenty of bass, barra, sooties on these lures. I've got about half a dozen in the shed still in boxes, just for when I run out of these ones. I think they're an Outback, just a cheap lure, but they work, so they can go in the box as well. Then I've got a selection of little Predatex, just little micro mins and min-mins. Again, another great little Aussie made lure. They've caught thousands and thousands and thousands of fish over the years. Made locally, great people. Got some really good little colours. Natives crawl all over these things. And They're well worth a look. That's the Predatex. They're also made locally on the mid-north coast here. Fantastic people to deal with. Well worth getting a look and getting some in your box. And onto a couple of other ones that I carry without fail wherever I go bass fishing. Little cooler bung, soft surface fizzer. These things are unbelievable. They're just little fish magnets. They're unbelievable. The classic jitterbug. Everybody loves jitterbugs. They work. They've been working for many years. They've probably caught more bass than most other lures that have ever been on the market. They just hear them, they gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. They can't help but come up and smash them. And lastly, this is just a little power bait bat frog floating. I've cut it down and rigged it weedless. I've also got a set of assist hooks here to sit on the shank of the hook behind the barb and to throw around, and I thought I'll give it a go and see how I do with it. Hopefully we can let you know and show some video of some nice bass on it. And I forgot two of the most important little ones here are these two little micro soft fizzers, micro soft fizzer and popper by Cooler Bung. These things I've had for many years, and every year they catch fish. It's just ridiculous. They're two absolutely gorgeous little lures, especially up in the little tight mountain streams and up in the small creeks. These little things cast really well. They got fantastic actions, and bass just love them. They're a little bit different looking to most other sort of surface poppers, and being soft, the black foam, the fish tend to come back and hit them again and again and again. So these things are definitely two of my go-to lures when I get up in the tight water. They just work unbelievably well. Well guys, thanks for watching, and we'll endeavour to get out on the water this week and bring you some fishing action. Okay, tight lines. Thanks for watching.